In the heart of a sprawling city, towering above the skyline, stood an opulent mansion known as Evergreen Heights. It was a fortress of luxury, built by the reclusive billionaire Victor Holloway, a man who had spent a lifetime amassing wealth, but at a cost no one dared to speak of. Victor had everything money could buy: private jets, exotic cars, priceless art, and a mansion that could house 100 people. And yet it was eerily silent, its grand halls void of laughter, its chandeliers shimmering for no one but their own reflection. Despite his fortune, Victor was feared rather than loved. He was ruthless in business, known for destroying competitors, and cutting off even his own family if they dared ask for help. "Money is the only loyalty," he often said, "and love is just a weakness." But fate has a cruel way of teaching lessons, and Victor's lesson was about to begin. One evening, Victor sat in his dimly lit study, poring over stock reports when a sharp pain stabbed his chest. He gasped, clutching at his heart. The pain lasted only a few seconds, but in that moment, a flicker of fear crossed his mind. He was not invincible. "Just stress," he muttered, shaking it off. Yet, in the days that followed, strange things began happening. First, the staff began leaving. His personal assistant of 20 years, Margaret, quit unexpectedly. "I can't do this anymore, Mr. Holloway," she said, handing in her resignation with trembling hands. Victor was furious. "You're abandoning me?" Margaret hesitated, then spoke softly. "Sir, you abandoned yourself a long time ago." Then his lawyer, his doctor, even his butler left, all without explanation. The mansion that once bustled with controlled efficiency now felt like a mausoleum. Victor didn't understand. Was it fear? Betrayal? Or was it something far worse? Something he refused to admit? One night, a storm howled through the city, and Victor sat in his study, staring at the fire, his mind restless. That's when the whispers began. At first, he thought it was the wind, but then he heard his name. "Victor!" He turned sharply. The room was empty. Then came the footsteps, soft, deliberate, moving just beyond his vision. His heart pounded. Was someone in the house? He grabbed a cane from beside his chair, his grip tightening. Then, the voice spoke again. "Why are you alone, Victor?" He spun around, and for a brief moment he saw a figure standing in the doorway. The shape was faint, but the voice, it was unmistakable. His younger brother, Daniel. Daniel, the last family member who had truly loved him. The same brother he had cut off 20 years ago when Daniel had asked for financial help after losing. His job, Victor blinked. The figure was gone. His hands trembled. "It's just my mind playing tricks," he whispered, but deep down, he knew better. The visions continued. Each night, Victor saw familiar faces, his late parents, his estranged business partner, his first love, Eleanor, all the people he had once pushed away for the sake of wealth. They never spoke beyond whispers, never approached him directly. They simply watched, judging, waiting. Then one evening, as Victor wandered the cold, empty halls, he stopped in front of a large mirror. For the first time in years, he truly looked at himself. His face was gaunt, his hair grayer than he remembered. His once piercing blue eyes had dulled, shadowed by regret and something else, fear. For decades, he had believed wealth was power, but now, he saw it for what it was, a prison. He had bought everything, except love. Days passed, and Victor became obsessed with the voices. Were they real? Was his mind unraveling? Was it guilt or something more sinister? One evening, he sat in his grand dining hall, alone at a table meant for 20. The chandelier flickered above, casting long, eerie shadows. The air felt thick, as if the mansion itself was watching him. Then, the whispers came again. Victor, it's time. His breath caught. He turned his head, but the room remained empty. This was it. He knew. His chest tightened. The pain returned. This time, he didn't fight it. This time, there was no one to call for help. Victor Holloway, the man who had conquered the financial world, who had built an empire, who had everything yet nothing, slumped forward, his fingers clawing at the tablecloth, his breath shallow, and as the life drained from him, the whispers faded, but the silence that followed was deafening. Days later, when authorities finally entered the mansion, they found Victor's lifeless body seated at the dining table, his eyes wide open, staring into nothingness. The newspapers called it the death of a titan. Investors mourned their loss. Business networks ran tributes, but something was missing. No family, no friends, no loved ones. His vast fortune was left untouched. His mansion standing as a testament to what he had lost, chasing the illusion of wealth. People whispered that Evergreen Heights was cursed. Some said that at night you could still hear the whispers of the ghosts of those Victor had abandoned. But in truth, the mansion wasn't cursed. Victor Holloway was. And the saddest part? He had cursed himself. Victor's story serves as a warning, a tale of how obsession with wealth can strip away the very essence of life. He had everything but had no one. In the end, he didn't take his billions with him. He left only an empty mansion, a monument to his loneliness. And so, his name was not remembered with love. It was merely a cautionary tale, a reminder that in the pursuit of riches, one must never forget what is truly priceless.